On May 8th, 2020, the YouTube channel AK Exploration shared one of their most unsettling investigations, exploring the historic Grand Opera House in Macon, Georgia, a venue long steeped in ghost stories and local legends. The Grand Opera House opened its doors in 1884, built with grandeur and echoes of a bygone era. Today, it stands as a breathtaking performing arts venue, and as community accounts confirm, one of the most haunted places in America. Decades before it became Mercer University's cherished stage, tragedy struck. In 1971, Executive Director Randall Whitner was found dead in the Thunder Room, a space high above the main auditorium. Rumors say his spirit still roams the halls.
What's up, guys? Kevin and April here, AK Exploration, is bringing you another crazy adventure. Guys, we're here at the Grand Old Opera. And
what the heck?
As soon as the team steps inside the Grand Opera House, they waste no time and begin making their way through its eerie, dimly lit halls. They explore old dressing rooms, climb creaking staircases, and pass by forgotten viewing galleries. But it's during this early sweep of the building that April suddenly notices something unsettling.
Who's back there? I waited. I saw someone walk back there. No, they're all on the stage and the guy's right there. On the bottom, we'll see the camera, but someone just walked by there. Okay, let's go up, guys.
While April is filming the gallery from one side, she suddenly catches a subtle movement behind a set of curtains across the way. Confused, she calls out to Kevin, asking if he saw it too. They quickly confirm that no one from their group could be over there. All of them were still down on the stage. So, if it wasn't any of them, could it be that someone else was secretly wandering the building? Or worse, was it something else entirely? As April and Kevin reach the upper viewing gallery, they're treated to a sweeping view of the stage and the grand interior of the opera house. But while capturing footage from above, once again, April's camera records something strange, what appears to be a faint figure drifting down the stairs between the aisles. Neither of them notices it in the moment. It's only later, while reviewing the footage, that April spots the eerie movement. It's videos like this that keep the paranormal debate alive. With no clear explanation, just eerie moments caught on camera, they remind us that sometimes the past doesn't stay quiet, and belief might be the only thing keeping the unknown at bay. Between 2018 and 2020, a small YouTube channel called Rastelman began uploading a handful of eerie videos, not filmed in abandoned buildings or haunted forests, but inside his own home. With only a few uploads, the content felt raw and personal. Strange sounds, flickering lights, and doors moving on their own painted a disturbing picture of something unnatural creeping into his daily life. This wasn't a typical ghost hunting channel. It felt real. And as the activity grew more intense, it seemed whatever haunted him was no longer hiding, but getting closer. In this clip, we see that Rastelman has left his camera running overnight. At first, it's nothing too dramatic. The wardrobe doors slowly creak open, then close more than once. On its own, it might be easy to blame the wind or some faulty hinges. But then comes the next piece of footage, and that's when things take a darker turn. Whatever is in that room makes its presence known in a way that's hard to ignore and even harder to explain.
Итак, время 2:30. Ночи ясно понятно. Какая-то но только там, блядь, никого нету. Никого нет. Все, блядь, я под одеяло.
While at home, Rastelman is startled by loud, echoing bangs, sudden, jarring sounds that seem to be coming from just outside his window. Instinctively, he gets up to check, cautiously looking out into the night, trying to find the source. But there's nothing. No movement, no people, just the banging. And yet, the disturbances don't stop there. Later that night, he sets up his camera to record through the night and captures this. I don't know about you, but this feels like something pulled straight out of a horror movie. Objects in the room shift and move as if manipulated by invisible hands, tugged at from different angles, almost like whatever's in there is toying with the space. It's not just creepy, it's disturbingly believable. Whether Rastelman was asleep in the room during this or not is unclear, but one thing's certain. After watching this footage, I'd think twice about ever stepping foot in that room again. November 18th, 2022, a fearless YouTuber named Chris Hill, better known as Urbex Hill, has made a name for himself by diving into the abandoned, the historic, and the downright eerie. In this video, he sets his sights on a long-forgotten structure buried beneath the city, the Cedar Avenue substation. Unlike the usual decaying theaters or shuttered hospitals, this place is a cold, concrete labyrinth, filled with rusted switchboards, narrow tunnels, and the heavy stillness of time gone by. Believed to have been built in the early 1900s, the substation once powered city transit and buzzed with electricity. Now, all that remains is silence, and the feeling that you're not entirely alone.
That's Cleveland for you. Nothing but sirens all day, all night. And this is probably a very bad idea. I got my IR camera set up downstairs. Wish me luck. I really want to know what this was used for. How did all these rocks get down here?
Chris begins his exploration with a noticeable sense of unease, quietly hyping himself up as he prepares for whatever might lie ahead. As he makes his way into the substation, he navigates a series of dimly lit passageways and underground tunnels. It's deep within this maze of concrete and shadow that things start to take a strange turn.
It's really creepy. Yep, it's still really cold in here. Look, you can see my breath now, look. But look, I'll do it out here. But as soon as you come in here, oh my God, it's freezing. It's really creepy in here. As I walk, it sounds like people are talking. Bones are still there. It's nasty.
As Chris builds up his courage and steps through a particular doorway, he immediately notices a dramatic drop in temperature, far colder than any other part of the site. Some believe that sudden chills like this can be a sign of lingering spirits, said to drain the warmth from the air around them. But what makes this moment truly bizarre is just how intense the cold is. So much so that Chris can actually see his breath after taking just one step into the room. As he ventures deeper into the substation, Chris stumbles upon a pile of bones. It's unclear whether they belong to an animal or something far more disturbing, but one thing's certain, I wouldn't be attempting to find out. What happens next, though, is enough to make anyone feel like their time is up and it's time to get out.
What the hell is that? Something's up there.
It's probably safe to say that Chris's reaction is completely justified. Most of us wouldn't even dare step foot in a place like this. Whatever made that noise remains a mystery, and even after climbing up to check where the ladder led, he found absolutely nothing. Shaken, Chris takes a moment to sit down and collect himself, trying to calm his nerves. But if you thought that was intense, what happens next feels like it was pulled straight out of Paranormal Activity.
Yeah, those gotta be raccoons. I can hear them up there. Oh my God. What the just happened?
Very few clips leave me genuinely speechless, but this one did exactly that. Spotting a shadow or catching a flicker of movement is one thing, but what Chris captures here goes far beyond that. This doesn't just look like a haunting, it looks like an attack. Whatever it was, it left a mark. Chris, visibly shaken, gets up in silence. No words, no reaction, just a quiet urgency as he walks away from the scene as fast as he can. And honestly, that silence says more than any scream ever could. It takes serious courage to continue after something like that. Because when something reaches out to you from the dark, your instincts don't wait for answers. They scream at you to run. If this video sent a chill down your spine, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel more than you know. And if you think you're ready for even darker and more disturbing content, stick around because the horrors I have lined up in this next video is bound to keep you up tonight.